Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessye Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze!
Hey, we're back!
Yo, yo, yo!
It's Booze and Glues.
We here.
That's Jessye.
We crafting.
I'm Tab. What are we up to tonight?
We gonna make some beer pong cups for my wedding.
Your super classy wedding.
Oh, it's classy AF.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So,
Affleck?
we're going to cut out some images.
Yeah.
Are you going to only let people play on the side they came for?
No. Because that's all Blake's.
It's all Blake's.
It's only my family that I know.
That's not true. I'll be on your side.
That's true.
I'll be on your side too.
Adam will be on your side.
Go Adam. Go Adam.
Dear husband.
And whatever hooker I bring.
No hookers.
Oh, that's right.
If you're gonna bring a hooker, you're uninvited.
All right. What
Or
if she's
I won't give you a plus one.
So what if she's
There you
a
go.
classy escort?
Problem solved. No plus one.
What? She's
Why-
not a hooker.
Why
You're
not
going to
just
get
bring-
a minus half if you keep it up.
Why not just bring a nice friend?
Okay, I'll do that.
He doesn't have any.
You guys are my only friends.
We're his only friends. And we're going to keep it that way, bitches.
You want to be with Brad? Gotta get through us first.
That's right. But seriously, they're going to have to... Can you imagine Brad dating someone and they're like, I just don't know about that Tab and Jessye. Oh, he'll drop us in a hot second. There will be no more producer Brad. He'll be like...
You think he would drop us in a hot second?
He's a dude. Sex podcast. Bye.
Whoa. I could easily lie.
Oh, and just say, I'm going to hang out with the
We're not
bros.
spending the rest of our lives being a secret hangout partners.
I don't know. This could be intriguing. What if
Hangout partners?
that
Any
is the
other one.
code? Shh. Secret hangout partners.
Yeah.
Shh.
Oh, I was like, yeah.
That's it.
Fahiwa.
Ah, yes.
What if she listens?
I did say that once at work.
I have said it too.
Yeah, somebody was like,
We're
"Oh,
making
like,
it a thing.
I love your sweater. Did you go shopping?" And I was like, "No, Fahiwa."
And then they just look at you like,
They were like,
I don't know what's happening. If
"What?"
what
I
if
had to
we
explain the whole story.
start saying it, and then we just really push it? Like, it's got to come back around at some point. Just start spreading it. We got to get some young kids in on this.
I think it's too complicated. Like,
Hey, kids,
like
I've
that
got
one
this
commercial
word.
where they do "We Be Sadibo." Yeah.
You remember that though?
I do remember it, but it's 'cause the commercial goes on all, and they say it like 20
It's
times in
super
the
annoying.
commercial.
Yeah.
We be Sadibo. We be Sadibo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so we just start pushing Fahiwa. We need some teenage, like high school kids, junior high, preteens,
yeah.
tweens.
YouTube and whatnot on Vine and
Vine is dead, man. Get with the times.
these Tide Pods. We'll put them on the Tide Pods.
Tide Pods, Fahiwa.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
With the Tide Pods.
What if we took our guests, made like a beer pong tournament, and they got this freaking beer pong trophy at the end of the night for winning?
I love it.
That would be amazing. Have it engraved with like the date and, Barstard's beer pong tournament.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
It could be your first annual beer pong tournament, and then you could have it be a thing.
Oh my gosh. That is
Well-
hilarious.
But would you really show up to it? I mean, if it's like, hey, this is our wedding anniversary. We're going to go play beer pong.
Just because you have something annually doesn't mean you have to have it on the same date.
Yeah.
You could have it on the first Saturday of June every year.
Oh, okay. That's true.
I know it's true. I'm super smart.
I know it's true. I'm gonna pin this, man.
Don't look at me like that. I like it. Instagram. That's where all the kids are. Brad.
Well, I'll get on that.
Mm-hmm.
Fahiwa Instagram.
Fahiwa, the Instagram.
So, I think what will happen is Brad, it'll last for a hot second because Brad will be like, I'm going to go hang out with the bros on Thursdays. And then, that's what you sound like in my head.
Of
Hang
course.
out with the bros.
What?
She made you sound way more doofy than I did.
I know. I'm slowly turning to Sloth from the Goonies.
That's how I.
Hey, you guys.
Yes. And then we'll lure you over with baby Ruths.
Baby.
Oh
Baby
my gosh,
Ruth.
There's even a wedding themed beer pong table in the world.
Aw, shit.
You're going to have the classiest wedding.
The fuck? That's
Okay,
my new
but-
thing lately. I have to say,
The
the
fuck?
fuck?
I feel like you wrote that to me on something recently. Also.
It's my favorite thing to text because you just do DAFUQ.
Yeah.
Oh, Q.
Yeah, the fuck. Why? I don't know.
That's how you spell it. I mean, OMS. I told a guy at work, he like made jambalaya and brought it into the office, and it was in one of our other clinics, and I just happened to be there that day, but I did not know this was going on until I got back to work on Monday and read my email, and I was like, what the hell? And so I was like, dude, I'm super bent that I didn't get any jambalaya. And he was like, I'm not familiar with the term super bent. And he's like, I don't know what all these kids are saying these days.
Oh my gosh.
In an email. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, super bent just means like I'm very bent out of shape, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what these kids say. I just repeat what they say.
I just say the things.
And hope for the best.
You're not supposed to ask me to define them.
No way.
You're supposed to just be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, me too. That's how you agree to all kinds of things, right, Brad?
I do. I actually.
Kids ask you if you want to do all the cool new drugs and you don't know what they are, so you're just like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, why not? What are these? Okay, we're taking what from where? From
What
our
is that?
washing machine?
Crocodile?
Yeah.
Have you seen that shit?
No.
Oh, it like eats your flesh. It's a like
What in the
flesh
world?
eating. It's like injectable thing, but whatever is in it is like so caustic, it like eats your flesh. Google it. You will be so disturbed.
Well, then I'll just mix
I don't
that with
think I
bath
want
salts,
to.
and I'll be able to eat other people's flesh.
Oh, it's like zombie apocalypse happening. For real.
For real.
Also, the people who just bought my car, like, they were walking around it, and the guy comes around and he's like, do you like The Walking Dead? And I was like, yeah? How did you know that? And then he's like, oh, you have a sticker that says Zombies Hate My Sticker Family? And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that was on there.
Enjoy the new
So.
car.
Okay, bye. Now I'm going to have to order a new zombie sticker family thing.
Right?
I liked that one that I had that was not a zombie sticker family because everybody's got that now. It was just like
Right.
bloody handprints and it said, or maybe
Right.
it said, we ate your sticker family or something. I don't remember now.
It's been gone for so long.
I know. Like, an
So are you
hour,
buying a
2
new
hours?
car?
Yeah, I have to now.
I've got one for sale.
No thanks.
You're selling yours?
Well, I mean, for the right price.
For the right price.
Why is
everyone.
everybody selling their
everything's for
car,
sale.
dude?
Yeah. Well, I
My
mean,
car had so many miles on it, and I drive in the mountains where there's no cell service a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, I need something that I don't feel like might fall apart on me. Plus,
Yeah.
the last several years, I've like had to just put like a few $1,000s into it every year, and I'm just like, yeah, I want something that I don't have to put a bunch of money into to like repair, you know?
Right.
So I'd rather put the money into something.
well,
that's good.
hey, I mean, mine I only put in like, well,
Show me your boobs, we'll talk.
okay,
Um,
both of them.
both of them. all 3.
Okay.
I am going to go car shopping this weekend. And the great thing is that I know I want like a midsize SUV, but I have like no actual preference. So I'm just going to go to like every dealer and walk in and be like, what's the best deal you can give me? Put it on the table now, because I'm not leaving here with anything right now, but I am going to the next dealership.
Yeah.
And whoever can price bid like the best thing, then I will say okay.
So what are they? We got this Pinto, $5. It's yours.
$5 Pinto, I'll take it.
So you don't have like any.
That's not a midsize SUV. I specifically said a midsize SUV.
Well, okay, a minivan, whatever.
No,
Do you have like a number of
that's not a
miles you want
midsize
on it?
SUV. I'm actually thinking about leasing something for a couple years and checking it out before I really buy something. I don't know. We'll see.
What's on your mind?
Yeah. I know that I need something that will have 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive because snow.
Because snow.
Where do you go in the snow?
Chester.
I've been there once or twice. I've heard of it.
Pass through on your move to Chico?
Yeah.
Did you go the long way around?
No.
You would.
No, I was good.
Have you never been to Chester?
He grew up in Susanville.
Oh, okay. That's right.
He had to go through Chester to get here.
I've been through Chester several times.
Man, we used to go to Susanville when we were going to do sweet, awesome things like go to the movies or Walmart.
And we had to go to Chester for when our bowling alley closed. We had to go to theirs.
That's
Well,
right.
now Chester's bowling alley closed.
I know, and I think ours is open. So I say ours as if I still
You
have a
own it?
stake in it.
Yeah.
I have bowled at that bowling alley in Susanville. We went there for, my friend Heather's 13th birthday, I think. We all went bowling over there. I remember that.
Oh.
I'm really good. I usually use the bumpers, so.
I am super good,
So good.
but I use the bumpers. Get all strikes.
That's right. I mean, I don't know what you fools are doing.
Mother trucks.
You can just pull them right up.
I know. Well, I don't know.
I mean, did people not know about that?
Apparently not.
Okay, you might be wondering why there's a thing of uncooked pasta sitting on the
I
table.
was actually.
I
wondering.
was too.
Do you remember last year we went to that Super Bowl party with you, Jessye?
Mhm.
And that gal made that really yummy pasta salad.
Oh yeah.
And then I spent the next 2 months obsessing over what kind of pasta was in that pasta salad
Okay.
because I could not figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like Googling pastas and looking at pastas, and I never could figure out. I like kept trying to explain it to people. I'm like, it's like a half of a shell with ridges on it and all this stuff, and I just never could find it. And then I was at Target, and what do I stumble upon? But the exact freaking pasta!
Does it have like a name?
Yeah. What does it say? Rigatoni or something?
Radiatory.
Radiatory?
Radiatory.
Okay.
Ratatouille mixed with rigatoni.
I think my favorite thing in my kitchen is like
The food?
So my parents just for Christmas made me these shelves that are really awesome, and so I just have like things of like flour and rice and all this stuff, and like amongst all my little ingredients is a one jar of this pasta I bought in Italy that's in the shape of penises.
So the next time you say, "Hey, Blake, go eat a dick,"
He can.
he can.
What
he
is
can't
that
eat it.
called?
I don't know.
Dickatory.
Dickatory. But yeah, I'm like, this is so awesome because it looks so classy, but like if you look up close, there's dicks in there.
Instead of like penne pasta, it's like peony pasta.
That is wonderful.
That's awesome. I did not see that. Did you have those up last time I was over? I don't remember there being shelves.
I don't think so. I got them for Christmas, and I think
Yeah.
our game night was before that, wasn't it?
Been
Well,
a
that's
while,
right.
huh?
It was. It
What?
was part of your
been a while since
Advent. Remember? The
Don't bring up that.
not done Advent. I feel the same way. I just.
I
got
didn't
rid of
stick to Jesse's Advent either.
You weren't supposed to stick to mine.
He was specifically doing all the things.
Yeah.
that were on your advent. He was like, I don't know why Jessye and Blake didn't want me to go bowling with them.
Yeah, that's so
We didn't
weird.
freaking go bowling.
Don't bring it up.
That's, I think, the one thing that made me the most angry.
Most upset because like that was.
Sorry, everybody.
I mean, they are. They are.
What,
They
what
all
is
are.
it called?
All the people.
Do we know the name now?
Yeah,
for sure?
no.
The secret. An egregore.
Egregore, that's the one.
Sounds like
yeah.
a dragon.
Well, if you get a dragon, name him egregore.
Do you have some scissors, please?
Ooh, that's a tall order. At the
Do you
moment.
like I just like am always like, I need this.
Wait. I got some scissors.
I'm not using those things.
What's the matter? What is... Oh, I'm sorry. You're all about size, aren't you? I knew it.
Yeah. So anyway, I really liked this pasta shape because it kept a lot of the stuff. You know, you need those ridges to keep the sauce in.
Uh-huh.
But then, I don't know. It was cool. Mostly I'm just excited that I know what it is now because I hate not knowing something.
That lady made so much good stuff. Wasn't she the one that also made that killer brownie? Those killer brownies?
Yes. Those were really good. I made those a couple times. Remember I like harassed her for the recipe?
Did you?
Yeah. It was like the...
Wasn't she the one that was pissed?
I don't know if she was super pissed, but the person that was with her got really drunk, remember? And she was like, yeah, we need to go.
I think he also got really high.
Oh.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. I know that he didn't even make it out to their truck when they were leaving before he started throwing up. So, wasn't great.
Well, I remember I was at this one party where some girl poked another girl's head. Girl flipped out. Anybody?
Was
No.
that us?
Jesse's
Oh.
house.
Who poked who?
Emily.
Oh, I left before any poking.
That rumor? That rumor.
That
Before any
rumor?
poking happened.
Remember that rumor?
Rumor about it?
Yeah. So she also made, remember those hash brown cheesy ranch things?
Who is this lady that you don't even know her name, but yeah, she's making those...
Kay.
Ooh.
I actually do know her name. I
she
went to
knows her
their
name.
wedding.
Oh, they got married?
They did get married.
Nice.
Do they have good
Was that
food?
the Yuba City wedding?
It was the Yuba City wedding.
Nice.
Was there amazing food there?
Jessye probably was eating because she was super hungover.
It was pretty good. I also was hungover.
I don't like to eat food when I'm hungover. I had a gnarly headache after we bar crawled in San Francisco last weekend. The next morning when I woke up, but 9 times out of 10, it's not because I drank too much. It's because I drank enough for me to fall asleep, totally relaxed in a really stupid position, and then I tweak the shit out of my neck. So then I'm in pain the next day and have a pounding headache because my neck is all jacked up. So I was able to eat that day, and we ate good food. Adam got, what is that stuff called? Eggs Benedict with fried chicken on it, Jessye. Fried chicken.
Oh, that's right.
It was the weirdest little place. So we showed up there because we were trying to find somewhere to go have breakfast. And then it takes forever to get anywhere in San Francisco. And it was already noon when we checked out of the hotel. So, I mean, it's afternoon now. We're having breakfast at 2 in the afternoon or whatever. But we kept going by places and they look so busy and there is no parking. We were just nah, we'll find somewhere else. And so we ended up, I was just go park and there's a bunch of stuff in this area, we'll find somewhere. Well, I saw this place said they had crepes and I was like, I want crepes. So we went there, but it was the weirdest thing because you go inside and order and they didn't, everything in San Francisco is very crammed. So there wasn't a lot of space. So there's a few tables inside and a few under the patio thing. And then there was area where you could walk through on the sidewalk, and on the other side of that they had a whole bunch of tables and stuff set out with a sign that says due to the regulations and whatever of San Francisco, we aren't allowed to serve food beyond this point. But we will call your number and you can take your food here and sit. And they had tables and chairs and everything out there, so we sat out there. It was so funny. So they would just stand on the other side of the sidewalk and be number whatever, and you just get up and go pick it up and go sit down. It was so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was called Squat and Gobble. And there's turkeys.
Wow.
as the.
Was it? And this wasn't in the gay district, was
Yeah,
it?
it was in the Castro.
Oh, okay.
It was super fun. Right next door, they were having they have a brunch drag show every Saturday at such and such time or whatever. It was hilarious. It was great.
Tell her about the place that you guys went to, or that you saw on the billboard, the marquee.
Well, she might have seen my pictures, but
I looked through them.
right down the street from where we were staying at our hotel. So we went, and the show got canceled that we are going to see, The Dollop. But I'm not angry. I feel really bad because Dave had the flu, and the flu was a monster. It was not good. So I just was like, oh, somewhere he feels like he's dying, and we're still having a good time. So I felt sympathy for him. And they're going to reschedule, and, it'll be fine. But we were, like, coming across the Bay Bridge when we found out. So we decided we'd just go and do something, find something to do. So we ended up just, like, going to a pub, having some dinner, and then just, like, kind of crawling around, going to a bunch of dive bars, which was super fun. We had a great time. But as we're, like, walking from place to place, right, which is a few blocks from our hotel, is a gay strip club called Touch My Junk. And it was featuring Jeremy Spreadums.
That is so funny to me.
Best name ever.
That's a very good name. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, and it was on Nob Hill. So, I mean, it's a lot of euphemisms going on there. But yeah, one of the bars we ended up going to was because I had seen on Twitter there was a bunch of people that were not going to the Dollop now, and we're going to go to that bar. So we ended up going down there, but I didn't, like, walk in and be like, hey, who else was going to the Dollop? Because I didn't feel like it.
Right.
But
3 drinks later.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to talk to all you strangers, but sometimes I'm just like, or not. I was feeling not.
Stranger danger.
I did end up talking to some strangers. It's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
But
You always talk to strangers.
that's true. But they're only strangers for a minute, and then they're my friends.
You guys are my friends, right?
We're best friends, right?
Sure we are. I'll buy you a drink.
No, I had people offer to buy me drinks, but I'm, like, so freaked out. Like, if I'm not in my home environment, I don't know all the people that are around me and stuff. Like, I'm not, oh, sure, yeah, you can buy me. I was like, no, I'm good. I just am so scared of getting roofied again.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most miserable thing ever.
That's why you just give it to Adam.
Here you go.
Here you go. You get roofied.
No way. Could you imagine if he
Oh,
was like,
gosh.
I wouldn't, what would I do? Like, if he got to the point where he couldn't, like, walk or what, like, I couldn't move him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Call the police.
It would be so scary. Yeah, no, thank you. I saw him on, after anesthesia. When I came to get him, like, he had a procedure. I went to the hospital, like, pick him up afterwards, and he was irrational and ridiculous and kept trying to, like, stand up to pull his pants on. And I was like, sit down and pull them up. And he was like, no. And he, like, started to, like, tip, and I was like, dude, if you fall on me, like, that's it. We're both going to be in the hospital. Not great.
Dunzo.
So what are you cutting out, Jess?
Rings.
Oh. So navy blue wedding rings on white cups.
Yeah, which really doesn't make sense, but,
It's whatever you want it to be.
themes.
And then you'll do
Oh, mother trucks.
too big. It's going to go over the little ripples.
That's what she said.
Does she say that?
I'd hope so.
Why?
I don't know.
I had the other
Why
one
would she
right
say
there,
that?
Then I changed.
What kind of situations are you getting into, Brad?
You know what? I think it might
I think it'll be okay. It's sticky.
Yeah,
Oh, those are cute.
I like it. I'd do it. I mean,
That's weird.
if I was getting married, I'd do that too.
You would
start putting rings on?
do it into a
Yeah.
cup.
No.
People do that all the time.
What?
Yes. And then you're going to make white bow ties for navy blue cups.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. I like it. How are your dice coming?
I haven't worked on. I haven't been home for more than like 40 minutes at a time.
Seriously, me either. It's been crazy.
She's out doing her taxes and.
Yeah, Monday night I went to Brad's to do my taxes.
That's right. You guys were hanging out without me again. I know.
I wouldn't call it hanging out, really. But our dogs hung out.
Yep.
Aw, Brad doesn't have a dog, remember?
I don't have a dog. My brother's dog.
Okay. It lives with you. It's your dog.
It's not allowed in his room.
Yep.
It's not allowed.
Heartless bastard.
It sheds a shit ton, and I've got nice clothing.
You shed.
Wow.
Do you have a closet?
Yeah.
Put your clothes in it.
That's where they're at.
What is the dog doing in your closet?
The dog gets into everything, and so does
Your
his hair.
dog can open your brother's dog can open a closet.
And
He
this dog
can.
is so sweet. He's playing with Torpedo and he just goes,
Oh, he's adorable.
I'm like, I love you.
He's always very, very friendly. Not like my dog who wants to like kill you. A lot of the time.
Torpedo was like,
Dude, I am not having luck with this stuff.
it's
It's
not exactly perfect.
It's not exactly.
Well, if either of you guys want his dog, you're welcome to have it.
Why?
He doesn't want his dog.
No, he loves that dog. I don't want it.
Oh my god. I was like, he
Brad-
seems like quite the dog person.
Oh, no, he is.
If I was gonna say he loves that dog. I was like, oh no, what happened? If I had his dog, then you would still have to be around his dog.
But I wouldn't have to be home with it.
Like, why do you hate dogs?
Ugh, I feel like I don't even know you.
I don't. I just hate
Ew,
most
are
types
you a
of dogs.
cat person?
No. I want a corgi
Oh my gosh, there's this little girl at
or a
work
sloth.
that I hang out with, like when she's waiting for her therapist. And she's a cat person.
Okay.
Cat girl.
How old is she?
She's like 7, 6.
And she's already
Yeah, she
like,
already
I'm a cat
decided
person.
She's a cat person.
Okay. There's some big choices to make early in life.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's a commitment.
But the other day I was showing her pictures of my dog and my cat, and she was like having the best day of her life.
Wait, is this really all you cut?
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't go further down
Why didn't you spin it around?
Yeah.
because I don't think it was quite big enough to do it again. I don't just.
Okay.
You know what?
It's cool.
I feel bad. Like, so much wasted space, man.
I know. But I'm over it.
So,
Maybe I'll just.
she's a cat person.
Yeah, but I was showing her pictures of my dog and my cat, and she was like having the best day. And then her therapist came out, and she's like, look at that dog and my cat. I was like, oh my gosh.
The dog eats the cat's whiskers.
I just made her little day.
That is true. He does do that.
It's bad.
Well, you made my day
Did I
when you
tell
told me.
that Blake asked the vet about it?
Yeah, and they said it probably hurts.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Well, the cat doesn't seem to mind.
Well, how would you know if
Kinda does.
she did? How would you know that she minds?
Because she would have hit
She
him.
would be like,
She'd like scratch the shit out of him.
guys, I really don't appreciate when he eats my whiskers.
Stop it, guys.
Stop.
What is it that you're doing here?
That's my cat voice.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
What do you think a cat sounds like?
Well, mine is like, just, I think the only 2 words she knows, if she knew English, was fuck
Feed
you
me. Oh.
or feed me.
Those are 4 words.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
She could also say, fuck me, or feed you.
Feed you. She would never say feed you. She's selfish, bitch.
You're not going to be able to hear you at all.
Yeah, very little. But isn't your cat's name like Greg?
It is?
I think that's
What
amazing.
about it, Brad?
I just think it's amazing.
I love girls with boy names.
Because then everyone's like, oh, it's a boy cat.
I'm
No,
really not sure if Greg's one of those interchangeable
it's not.
ones, though.
But I didn't say I love girls with interchangeable names. I said I love girls with boy names.
Like Dana or Kelly or...
No, those are interchangeable names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going through interchangeable.
I'm talking about like George.
Sasha.
I've always had a thing for that ever since Nancy Drew. I read all the Nancy Drew series when I was a kid, and her best friend's name was George.
Oh, I was like, is Nancy a girl's name? I mean, a boy's name? She had a best friend named George?
Yeah.
Was it like Georgina or anything?
I have no... It might have been George or something. They called her George. She would help her sleuth sometimes.
Well, that's cool.
Yes. So I think that gave me an early mindset for like, oh, that's awesome.
I know. I kind of, if I have a girl, I want to give her a boy. I mean, I have a boy name. I was literally named after my great grandpa.
Nice. What kind of name are you thinking?
I don't know.
I think we've picked kids' names before, haven't we?
Yep, we had a whole episode about it.
Mm-hmm.
All I remember is if you're having a boy, we're calling him Harbar.
Harbar. Harbar Barstard.
It's the best thing. So great. Oh my goodness. So, speaking of animals, today a lady came in with a patient and she came up and asked me, oh, how long do you think it will be? And I was like, actually, things are going pretty quick today. Like, it might only be like a half hour or so. And then it was not. So I think that was the first problem. She got pissed. And this was, mind you, not the patient. This was like the patient's ride, the person that came with him. I mean, everybody usually brings a ride because they're
about to get blinded or something.
Well, they're getting, eye treatments and stuff, but we're also dilating them. What are you doing about the ones that aren't quite cut through? Where are those scissors?
Oh.
Where are those scissors at?
They're on the floor.
I haven't gotten to one of those yet.
So she had this little, teeny yippy dog in her arms. And at one point, somebody sprayed some, air freshener or something. And she got up, walked up to the person at the checkout desk, and was like, I'm gonna go out, or no, I'm sorry. We're gonna go outside because that spray is choking us.
What?
And she was talking about her and her dog. And I was like, what just happened? And I asked the gal later, I was like, do you think her dog told her that? The spray is choking me. We gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
What a weirdo. She was so huffy. And I was just like, you have your dog in a place of business, lady. You don't get to complain about...
You're lucky that you even, let her in there with her dog.
I know.
You shouldn't have. You should be like, no, sorry, someone just complained about your dog. Get the hell out of here.
We had the...
I should... I, obviously can't because being professional and customer service and etc. But the greatest answer would have been oh, someone complained about the dog smell.
Yes.
Shut you down.
There's a lot of people, there's a difference between a service dog and a therapy dog.
Yes.
Right?
But if you go to a doctor and pay them $180, they will give you a thing that says, I need this dog for emotional support.
Right. And that does not make it a service dog.
That is true. But didn't they just pass a law that says you can't ask for the papers now?
You can't ask for the papers, correct. But you can ask because a service dog has a specific task that they have been trained to do that is going to save your life.
Right.
So you can ask what their specific task is.
Oh.
I looked at unless the law has changed, but at one point I looked at the internet because there's all these people who are like, it is a service dog. And we're like, no, it's a therapy dog. Or it's
right.
An emotional support dog.
No, I really thought that a lot, and so as of the first of the year, there was a change to those laws.
Oh, then.
Because I think something
looked it up since then.
Passed in November.
But, the problem is.
Brad. Google it.
Yeah, Google the laws. Because, obviously, as a foster care agency, we've got a lot of kids in the place, and there's, other people's lives that are, at risk. You know?
Right.
We don't know if you're...
Well, okay. I would love to say that Bochi is my emotional support dog. And, legitimately, I feel like he has helped me with a lot of anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
I am not going to take him places because he is a little bit emotionally disturbed. And I'm not going to take him places where he's going to bite some kid's finger off.
No.
No thanks.
Yeah, this one lady had a dog that she was like trying to tell us was like her service dog, and it would not stop barking at people.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, service dogs don't do that. Like, he would not have passed his service dog training.
We had to ask a person to set their dog. Our waiting room was like super full, and her dog had its own chair. And we were like, ma'am, can you please put that dog on your lap or the ground? Because there's nowhere for patients to sit. And she was like, oh, my dog doesn't sit on the ground. I'm like, okay. And it was a tiny dog. Like, it could
hold it.
Easily been sitting on her lap, you know.
Should have told her, then you sit on the ground.
Yeah. That would be great. Well, you're welcome to give up your seat, Ben.
Don't you wish you could say things like that?
That's
yes.
They need us. We need to start having like people like outsource people who don't work for the company really. That's like, sorry, I can't legally say this, but you can, sir.
Right. You need some like black ops customer service mercenaries.
Yeah.
Just somebody that sits in the lobby all day.
Yeah.
And gets mad at people
and
for
heckles
doing...
people.
Hey, look at this person, their service dog, yeah?
I don't even think I could do that job.
You could pull them back and be like, look, I can't say this, but I really want to say this. And then let them go say the thing. That would be amazing.
That would be great.
You don't think you could heckle people?
I don't. I have such a hard time. Like, we called this guy to fix our furnace, or my brother's furnace.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, like, I don't know when I can make it, but I'll call you, like, before I come. And it's been, like, 2 weeks.
Oh, dear.
And I even have a hard time, like, calling and being like, excuse me. Like,
Ooh, well, here's...
You
sorry.
don't like confrontation, do you?
Dogs whose sole function is to provide comfort or emotional support do not qualify as service animals under ADA.
Yes, that is true. But what about the new law California passed? I thought the thing is that you're not allowed to say, is that a service animal or not? Or you're just, maybe you can ask, but if they say yes, you can't force them to show their certificate. So,
well, and I think
if they say yes, you have to take them at their word.
Yeah, I think a lot of the point is that people don't want everybody to know what's wrong with them. Like,
sure.
I think it's protecting, like, people so they don't have to tell you, like, I have
right. I mean, that's a
strokes all the
HIPAA
time.
violation. Like, you can't just be like, what? Excuse me, in front of all these people.
Yeah.
What's your medical condition that causes you to need? Yeah, I understand that. But I do like this thing of, like, you know. But if you ask what their specific duty is, isn't that doing the same thing?
Well, but I think that you can say, like,
what function does this dog serve?
Well, like, when he
he
warns
alert
me by, like, sitting and, like, putting a paw in there. I don't know what the fuck they do.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, they alert me if I'm going to lose consciousness or something. I mean,
yeah, I don't.
Because I know, like, the seizure ones do that. Like, they will lay down and have the person lay down so that they don't fall.
Right.
Those are cute.
Those are kind of cute.
There was a...
Simple craft.
I was talking to my neighbors about me
For simple people.
going on the trip, on my trip, and they...
Yeah, Brad, we know you're going on a Disney cruise.
Yeah, I know.
Are you gonna bang a Disney princess?
Ew!
If only, right?
They're all like 15.
Not the actresses that play them on the Disney cruise.
This seems like we're getting into some real sketchy stuff.
Anywho.
Sensitive territory. Is that a fetish? Disney princesses?
Maybe.
Everything's a fetish.
Yeah, I was going to say, everything's a fetish.
I don't want to yuck anybody's yums out there. Have fun.
Anywho, I was going to...
want to what?
Yuck anyone's ums?
Yuck anybody's yums.
Oh, yuck anybody's yums.
That sounds like you're 80.
I don't want to... You having fun crunching that?
Yeah.
I don't want to, judge or discourage anyone for what they got going on. Like,
Okay.
if that makes you happy, I don't
Do
want to put you down.
You do you, boo-boo.
Right, it's just like that.
So anyway, they...
I'm sorry, were you saying something,
Yeah,
Brad?
it was. My neighbors were like, oh, why don't you take us with us? And I was like, well, I guess I could fit you in my luggage. And they're like, yeah, we're small people. Like, except for they'll see your bones and stuff. I was like, I got it. I'll just say you're my service people.
This is what are their names? Todd and Diane.
It's sure.
Oh, have we talked about the fact that Disney changed the rule about people with disabilities getting front of the line passes?
No.
I've not heard this.
But have you met Jeff and Diane, my service people?
Yes.
Can you take them to Disneyland with you?
I can't handle stupid people, so I've got Jeff and Amanda here they're my service people. They handle
They
all of
deal with all the
Well,
nonsense. Okay, what's up,
no-
Disneyland?
No jokes. They stopped doing that rule
'Cause people
because
take
families
advantage.
would hire
Yes.
people with disabilities.
I did know that was a thing. Yes. How fucking sick.
Can you believe it?
I'm sorry, which party is sick? The one that hires or the one that's
The people that
getting rid of
hire.
it?
The people that hire.
If you
That's
are
employing
disabled,
the disabled.
and
No, they're not paying taxes. I can damn well assure you that.
The disabled people aren't?
Right. It's not,
Are we mad at them for not paying tax?
That's not employment, is what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
like.
okay.
then they're not contributing to Social Security, and that's not going to help them in the future. See, she's making a valid
I'm
point.
making a valid point.
It's
Oh,
very
okay.
true.
Don't say that's employing disabled people. It's not. That's taking advantage of
So-
disabled people.
I mean, if they're mentally disabled, it's definitely taking advantage of them. If they're physically disabled and they're mentally capacitated to make that decision and they're making some extra bank, knock yourself out. I mean, what's sick is that somebody is like, I don't want to wait in line, so I'm going to use this other human being.
Well, I mean, have you been in
Teaching
one of
your
those
kids
lines?
great values. Yeah, I've been to Disneyland. I've never waited for more than 30 minutes for anything.
Have you been there lately?
Suck it up, buttercup.
Have you been there lately? It's like 2 hours a ride. Population has tripled. We need to get rid of some of these people.
The measles will do that. Don't worry.
If only this Tide Pod challenge isn't doing it quick enough.
Is that real?
It's real.
It's real.
Somebody. So
I keep thinking that's a joke.
first of all, there were some like accidents where parents were keeping them places where small children could get to them, and they looked like gushers.
Right.
And they were in like a clear container, so you could see all of them in there, and it was like, ooh, candy. I mean, yes. So there were some actual like accidents where children consumed them and got very ill or died.
I'm gonna stop putting stuff away. I'm making a lot of noise. I'm so
Yeah, okay.
sorry, people.
And so, I mean, then there were commercials that Tide was putting out about like keep your Tide Pods in a safe area and et cetera, like as like PSAs. And the next thing you know, some jackass starts like, oh, I'm gonna eat these Tide Pods, see what happens. And then it like went viral, became one of those stupid challenges, which, I mean, like Facebook and YouTube and everything at least did the decent thing of saying, we're not going to post these videos anymore.
Right.
So that, because people were getting tons of hits on them, and so that's why they're doing it, of course. But are you kidding me? Like, you're putting caustic things in your stomach.
Well, it's like straight poison. Like, why would...
Yes.
I don't know who's like, this will be a good idea.
And I mean, I think some of them were like, oh, let's see how long we can keep it in our mouth. Like, it's a challenge, like the cinnamon thing or whatever. Like, okay, but still, no, don't. The world is so stupid. I legit had to have a talk with my children and be like, hey, guys, don't eat things that aren't food, okay? Like, we wouldn't do that, Mom. That's stupid. And I'm like, I know, but the world we live in, I feel like I have to say it. Like, one of your friends might be like, watch. Tell them don't. I'm not going to watch. This is crazy. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Also, the cinnamon thing, like, you could aspirate that, and then cinnamon is caustic. It could burn your lungs.
True.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
You can inhale it and choke.
So, this has been a Tide Pod PSA.
Don't eat Tide Pods, kids.
Don't put them in your mouth. And then I would also venture to say, like, don't put anything in your mouth that you couldn't consume. Because what happens if you swallow that? Then it's bleach in your stomach. I mean, I don't think Tide Pods have bleach, but still, ugh. It's the worst.
People are real dumb.
That is true. They'll do anything for a like.
Look,
Speaking of
I
which,
even-
guys, you should go find us on Instagram.
Instagram, Pinterest,
I updated the Pinterest. It's all up to date. What else?
Facebook.
Twitter. I tweet. If you tweet us, I'll tweet you. That's not a dirty thing. I love that you took pictures.
I just took pictures of the beer pong cups.
I'll Twitter your Yahoo till you Google.
Okay.
That was dirty.
That was awkward. The strong eye contact, I think, is what made it disturbing.
Trying to like.
Oh my goodness.
So apparently you don't need to have any papers or vests or anything for the dog or you as the individual for service dogs.
Is my hand in your picture? Yeah. I'll move it. My hands. Don't take pictures of my old hands. Old hands. Wait, you don't have to have any
Correct.
papers? Like, you don't have to show proof of papers.
The service dog may not be wearing a vest, and they may not be carrying any documentation on their persons. Other disabled individuals choose to make their own identification materials at home. If a team decides to present you with a card or other identification, is their choice. Registering with us is a formal way of declaring they understand what is involved with training and use of
Who's
services.
us?
ADA,
Okay.
I think. Some kind of, yeah, the ADA.
Basically, it's a free-for-all. Do whatever you want.
Kind of,
That's what I'm getting from it.
pretty much.
I'm also going to take some pictures.
Well, that's just like how weed was back in the day. What do you have, nightmares? Here's some weed.
Back in the day, it's still like that.
Well, now it's certainly legal, so it's not that big of an issue. Before, when it wasn't legal, it was like, what do you got, the hiccups? All right, here's some weed.
I like how now it's certainly legal.
It is certainly legal. I went down to the college side of town to get my haircut, and I thought I was, like, plastered in smoke. Like, I was just like, what the hell? It's just every kid now just smoking it? I was like, this whole side of town just smells like
There's just a
weed.
haze.
It was. I was like,
You're like, it's very smoggy over here.
I mean,
Oh, no, that's just smoke.
could have just been the guy in front of me, too, just smoking it. But it was following me all the way down.
Brad, that's when you just breathe deep and relax, man.
Where am I even going?
Get a haircut?
Fuck the man.
I don't need a haircut. I didn't grow my hair out.
Come on.
Nobody tells me what to do.
That's right. Peace, love, and chicken.
I like how
wings.
this is us being high. We sound like, we're hippies from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. We're all just emulating Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my bandana?
I
have a freaking collection of bandanas.
I'll leave my
Not
top
gonna
button
lie.
buttoned and unbutton the rest.
Undo the rest. That's right. Show us that belly. Oh my gosh, are you going to order one of those belly fanny packs? I want one so bad.
I should.
I think they're amazing. You should have got one. See if you can get one on Amazon Prime real quick before you go on your trip.
Before I go on my trip.
That would be the best, to be walking around on a Disney cruise with a fanny pack that looks like a beer belly.
What's up, ladies?
OMG.
What is it?
It's a ping pong ball. It says JNB 6218.
That's really cute. But is it expensive? Because couldn't we make our own ping pong balls? Well, although they'll be getting wet, so the stickers would probably peel.
Yeah, that is very true. They're
We could.
$2.50 per ball.
How many balls do you need?
Not that many.
Because I was going to say, what you could do is get, cut out the, inverse and then spray them with plastic spray paint.
I don't want them to lose their aeronamidicity.
That's
I
a word.
just made up a word.
That was a good one.
Sure. We'll go with it.
I love making up words. It's great. Aeronamidicity. I don't even know how to say it the right way now. I did see when we were in San Francisco a big ass billboard, and it was like, it was like a cafe, but it said smoke in or take out. And then it was express lane, and there was 1-800-WEED, whatever. It was the phone number and stuff, and I was like, Adam and I were just talking about what we could do, and I was like, we could go buy some weed, and he was like, what, where? And I was like, I don't know, call that phone number.
Oh,
Alright,
gosh.
Apparently, it's just a thing.
They're in Chico. They got it.
Where? I thought they passed something and said no, you couldn't.
There's one right by my house.
Are you,
A dispensary?
Yeah.
And you don't need a card. Or you still do. I just was not down for like paying some dude $400 for a card. That seems crazy.
yeah. Taxes are pretty high. Just for those people in general, like the people who are actually
Breaking.
I'm breaking things. The dispensaries themselves to just run and operate, like with licensing and everything else. Oh yeah, it's $100,000 a year, pretty much.
What the heck?
What about if you're baking? I want to bake.
Just having weed in general.
So having weed in general is going to cost me $100,000 a year.
Pretty much.
For what?
Who's
Hold
got
on.
that kind of money to operate any kind of marijuana-related business?
Well, you think they really want you to do that? No.
Who's they? The people do.
The government, man.
The people want you to do that.
Yeah, the people do, but it's the government that
I mean, I
controls
imagine
us.
there's money to be made in it.
I guess.
I haven't really looked at the numbers, but
hey, if we want to start a bakery, let's do it.
I'm saying the government does want you to do it because they want that $100,000. Like, they want the money. It's just profit for them.
Yeah, that's why it's so high.
I mean, I guess they have to, like, patrol and police things. Honestly, I cannot see that it's going to cost the government more to, like, license and regulate things than it has cost them to be busting everybody this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you know the best part of the whole law getting passed in California is that you can go get your previous, like, marijuana-related offenses expunged.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that?
No.
It's not, like, automatic. You have to, like, go file a, like, what's the right word? A thing? Request?
I was gonna say prenup, but that's totally not.
What do you file? What kind of things do you file?
Papers? Your taxes?
Anywho, you gotta go and say, hey, I want to get this off my record. But you can get, like, all kinds of stuff off your record, which is so cool because...
Exonerated?
Yeah, but you don't file an exoneration.
Yeah, hey, well, if we can make words.
You can be exonerated. You just have to file a petition
Yeah, that's what I said.
to have it expunged from your record. It's not even being exonerated because it's just like psh, gone.
Mhm.
Well, I guess that's what exonerated is, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah. So if you like have some kind of, I mean, because back in the day, like there were felonies. So like people who have like had to report they had a felony on their job for the last 20 years, you know, like
Right.
that's such shit. So they're letting them, which I think is cool because if it's gonna be legal now, you have to like retroact the stuff that's like fucking people's lives up.
Right.
Yeah, but what if they make murder legal? Like once a day. Or I mean, excuse me, once a year.
Are we talking a purge situation?
Yeah, we are. So everyone who killed on that certain day.
Here's my question. The purge thing is that like there are no laws or just murder is legal?
There are no laws.
So file all your fraudulent tax stuff.
I'm assuming that the tax people or the government is like, you know, we're still doing it in April. This thing happens in July.
But I mean, that's when you cook the books, launder your money, do all the stuff, turn it in, and be like, "I'm done, son."
Well, from what it looked like, they're like, "Oh, everything's, you know, the police are shut down. This is shut down. You know,
so
no
you
hospitals.
IRS is shut down.
Well, everything's gonna be shut down." But what I'm thinking is like, why is everyone like robbing and killing each other when I'm like, ain't nobody watching this bank?
That's why I'm saying, like, go after the big corporations.
But then again, I mean, it is a movie, and who knows? They might be like, well, if you're gonna argue with someone, be like, well, they bet you they have a bunch of security sitting inside with a bunch of guns, going, we're gonna protect it.
Oh yeah,
People who don't want to
true.
participate,
And they won't get in trouble because the purge.
Exactly.
There's gonna be a purge situation, but I feel like it's gonna be a natural purge, like the flu, or like the Black Plague comes back.
Or
something probably
or like
crazy's gonna happen.
Trump and Kim, they're gonna fight it out.
Kardashian?
Kim Jong Un.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah. The Kardashian and
Although,
Trump, they're going to go after.
I would pay money to see Trump and Kim Kardashian duke it out because he'd just have that dumb look on his face and she'd be like scratching him with her fingernails and bitch slapping him. It would be hilarious. And he'd grab her weave and she'd grab his weave. That would be amazing.
And then Kanye would come in and stop it.
He has no nipples.
He is a nipple.
Unless he somehow sponsors us, and then in that case, we'll call you Jesus.
We'll call you
It's
Jesus,
fine.
whatever.
It's good, whatever. I know a guy named Jesus. It's fine. He pronounces it Jesus.
I was gonna say, how does he say it?
Hey, Jesus, it's Jesus.
You know what's the worst thing? So there are women walking around with the name Angel, right? Because their parents are fucking idiots. And then there are also men walking around with the name Angel, right? And every time I like pick up a patient chart and it says one of those things on it, I get so stressed out because I'm like, I'm going to say this wrong no matter what. I'm going to call some dude Angel or I'm going to call some random lady Angel and she's going to be like, my name's Angel.
We'll just say Angel.
No, I don't
we
like
play
it.
volleyball with like a Hispanic guy, and he goes by Angel.
Because he's sick of correcting people.
That's probably true.
I know an angel guy.
I mean,
who's
I can
Hispanic.
say on hell. It's not like
And when he comes by, it's like, ah. 'Cause
Not really.
You know an angel guy?
yeah.
he's-
My boss didn't
Yeah.
He's
know.
an angel.
My boss didn't know that was like a Hispanic male name,
Oh, jeez, yeah.
and like she said something. There was like, I don't know. It's like Angel and like Barbara or something. She was like, "Oh, we have a lesbian couple." I was like, "I don't think so."
You have an interracial couple, honey.
I was like, "That's a pretty manly name in Mexico."
And also, if you have a lesbian couple, okay.
Well, I know she just, I don't
She
even
was
think she
just
cared. She was just
Commenting,
like,
like,
"Oh,
maybe she was like, oh, yay, we have a
yeah,
lesbian
like,
couple.
we have a lesbian couple."
We never see those.
I was like, "No, we don't. Haven't hit that milestone yet."
Seeing a lot of lesbian couples. This is probably going to be like really not true, like prejudicial or something. But I feel like lesbian couples are not the ones having kids that end up in foster care. They're the ones adopting kids.
It's much harder for lesbians to accidentally get pregnant. Yes.
Right. And then have children in bad situations and then not be taking care of them. I feel like the inverse of that where they're like, oh, we'll take these children that maybe don't have the best home and give that to them.
Yeah. Well, and even if they were to get like naturally pregnant, there would obviously need to be a man in the situation, and depending, I guess.
But some people do that. Like, they'll get naturally pregnant and they have the father, sign off the rights.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
So that happens.
Sometimes you get pregnant from a toilet seat.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
True. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stories at work. We had one where...
Of, like, how people got pregnant?
No, well, not necessarily, but...
Because I want to hear those.
There was one case where... So, mom had this daughter. Mom and dad divorced or separated, whatever. Mom's got a new boyfriend, stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
Stepdad gets daughter pregnant.
Yeah.
They all live together in happy harmony.
Is happy the right word for it?
It was like just another day.
How old's the stepdaughter?
He's stepdad, grandma, or grandpa.
Well, how old's the stepdaughter?
She was like older.
Oh.
Like not like ancient. I think she was like maybe end of high school.
Oh.
I'm like, are we talking like?
Should
into,
he
like,
be
a
in
rape
prison?
scene? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she must have been 18 because that wasn't a part of the issue that there was.
Yeah. Well.
That kind of thing.
And was mom okay with this?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're presenting.
Right.
I
mean, I'm sure there are some problems, but
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well.
But the fact that she's keeping that dude around
Yeah.
when he did her daughter.
Yeah. You know, I think when you live inside, and I say this from like actual experience, not as like a person who's way outside of the situation and just talking with a bunch of privilege, but like when you live inside of like complete dysfunction, you are not really aware of it.
That's true.
I thought you were gonna say a cult. I was like, you were part of a cult?
Ooh.
That is true.
No. I wish.
Well, and honestly, I mean, it's always so crazy to me, but most of our clients, like, you know, they come in after their kids. Like, if I had kids and somebody came and took my kids, I would be like,
it would be the end of the world. Like,
so I would not be
completely
able to
distraught.
function.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, they just come in. It's, like, normal because they've probably been taken. All their friends' kids are taken.
It's a situation of, like, a cycle of, you know, poverty that you're like, oh, I just assume this is going to happen.
Right.
It's
That's just how
people
life works.
Who, you know, their family goes to prison, their friends go to prison. They figure at some point, I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. You get out, you know, everybody gets caught at some time kind of thing. Like, that's very much just, like, the mindset you're in.
Yeah.
So, and if that's normal growing up, like, why would you think anything else?
Right.
You know? I didn't know how fucked up my life was until much later when I was outside of it. And I was like, oh, man, I just thought that's how
not
things...
how life is.
Yeah, I just thought that's how things were because that's what I knew. And so I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's true.
And then looking back now, sometimes I'm like, oh, shit.
Or when you tell people a story and
Oh
they
my
look
God.
at you and you're like, what?
Oh, that was not a cool thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw it in a movie.
oh,
It's
no.
hilarious.
I've definitely done that. I've said things and people have, like, looked at me with this, like, I don't know how to react to this face. And I'm like, oh, that's not normal. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I can see that now. So awkward. And part of me, I've gotten to the point in life where, like, I mean, that's happened a lot. And I, like, sometimes kind of cherish it. So I like to, like, make people super uncomfortable.
Yeah, like every time you say something about, like, somebody says something about your mom, you're like, she's dead. I'm like,
oh, yeah. I'm just like, oh, my mom's dead. Awkward pause.
And it's like,
shuffling around.
It's the best.
Start
I'm
doing
very
like,
I mean,
sorry.
it's not the best having your mom be dead, but it's the best having that power in the situation where you're like, oh, I just schooled you.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so fun.
or when they say like, oh, your mom, my mom's dead. And it's like,
Oh, sometimes we'll be like, shut up.
do the
They totally do. Like, you're just screwing with me. And I'm like, yeah, no, she died. I went to her funeral.
Like,
I put her in the ground.
memories.
I set her urn in the ground. I put the dirt on top. I was there.
Did you put the dirt on top?
Yeah, I did. It was like a very 1990s, early 90s hip-hop video situation.
everyone's putting their gat down on the coffin.
No, I don't know. So we had like a funeral with a casket partially so my youngest sister could like kind of see that and understand. I don't know. We just felt like it would be more like substantial to her to like be able to process it. Because she was really young. She was like 8. Whereas if she had just been cremated and we buried her, it's like, how's mom in this tiny jar? I don't know, that kind of stuff. So we did all that, and then she was cremated. And the next day, we buried her. And she was actually buried. Her twin brother died when they were 11. So he was buried, wasn't cremated. So he was, in a plot. And then, so she always had said she wanted to be buried with him.
Right.
So, which I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, they
Nice.
were, together at birth and together in death kind of thing. So she was buried in the same plot with him, which you can do if it's not 2 bodies and one's an urn. So,
I was about to say, well, yeah, that would just save them money and time and.
well, I think the, like, graveyard, I don't know what the people are that own a cemetery, are probably frown on it because, like, that's one
They
less
don't
plot.
get money. Yeah.
Yeah, but at what point? I mean, do you not have enough dead people?
Oh, this is North Dakota. There is land as far as the eye can see. You could be putting graves everywhere.
Oh.
Anywho, but so like
We digress.
once, we did a little like graveside thing and said our goodbyes, and then once they like put the and I don't actually recall who put the urn in the ground. Now that I say that, I'm like, did I do it? I don't know. I might have. I remember other people being like, I can't, and I'm very much one of those people that's just like, this needs to get done.
Yeah.
Just here, I'll
Give me
throw
the
it
crank.
in. Yeah.
Don't they because my grandma's in urn. I think my dad and his brother still cranked something.
The coffin down?
Were they turning
No,
butter?
an urn. There was a little crank that
I don't
dropped the
know.
urn
She
down in
wasn't
the
buried
ground.
that deeply.
Oh.
It wasn't enough that it was like I had to drop her and thunk.
Oh yeah, it was like this little hole with this box built around it, and then
Oh,
it
no.
had a crank, and
Well-
they turned the crank to drop her down.
This ain't fancy. We're in North Dakota. They dug
That's-
a little hole. We
And
set her in it.
Boom!
I didn't drop her. I set her. It wasn't deep enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna have to let go now. Jessye almost.
This might hurt, Mom.
One's barely put in a shallow grave. The other one's putting it down a mine shaft.
No one will ever
See,
find
I didn't-
this.
I didn't look how deep it was, but they were
You just yelled hello and heard your echo going hello.
I didn't go over there. Even.
Yeah.
I didn't go that close.
So yeah, but the caretaker at the cemetery was gonna come bury, and I was like, no, I don't want some random person burying my mom. That seemed weird to me. So
You grabbed a shovel and
yeah, no, I think that I put her in.
Jokes. This isn't funny.
No, it's okay. You're fine. I think I put her in, and then I just took dirt and put the first scoop in,
Right.
and then it started a thing. And I swear to God, I think I saw it in a Easy E video or something. I don't know.
Everybody
NWA,
came and put
Yeah.
some dirt
right?
in.
There's the camera angle up the grave and dirt's coming in, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I swear that's what I must have got it from. I was just like, well, I'm going to put the first scoop in. And then everybody who was there came over and picked up a scoop and put it in. And I was like, man, we are some 1990s rap video right now. Except we're all super white and pasty and getting sunburn out here. We were. I got fried.
They didn't have a nice little pop-up tent.
No, it's North Dakota.
Shouldn't you
I don't
be-
know how to express to you that it's North Dakota.
Shouldn't you
I
be
guess
wearing
so.
a black veil?
Actually, I wore a green strapless dress with flowers on it when I buried her. I wore black to the funeral, but when we did the graveside thing, it was just her siblings, me and my brother and sister, and my one cousin
Yeah.
were the only people that were there. So
I
it
don't
was
feel
very.
It's necessary to wear black to a funeral.
It had polka dots on it. That's a little chipper.
Yeah, I wore a bright red dress. My
It
grandma's.
was
Oh
real,
my gosh.
real. Oh, you had the cutest skirt on at your grandpa's funeral. I loved it.
Oh yeah, and I wore a pink floral skirt and a white shirt to my
It was
grandpa's.
so pretty.
I
She
just,
looked so cute.
I'm just except for that Blake didn't tell me my shirt
Oh,
was see-through.
I could see her bra.
I look like a hoe for show. And
What-
halfway
what-
through,
hey!
Emily was like, "You can totally see your bra," and I was like,
Wow.
"Thanks, Blake," because
Thank
we
you.
were rushing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing.
You
that
could have
morning.
said,
"Oh, I was
hun."
working."
But it's different, being in indoor lighting
Right.
and outdoor lighting.
Yeah, the other day I wore a dress to work, and halfway through the day I had darker green underwear on, but it's like a dark gray dress. It's not like I was
Didn't think
I
anything of
shouldn't
it.
wear dark underwear under. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, holy shit,
fully underwear.
you can just totally see it. So then the whole day I had a big long sweater, and every time I got up I would just
Wrap it around.
I was waiting for
Robe
somebody
it.
to ask, are you freezing or something? And be like, yeah. I almost took my scarf off and wrapped it around, but then I knew that would
gosh.
really draw attention. So I was like, I'll just freaking hold it the whole day.
Take it down and just wrap it around your waist like you peed your pants. Yeah. That would be great.
I ripped my pants before my grandmother's funeral.
Did you?
I sat down and just whipped. I was like,
Oh no.
okay, well, I guess if I cross my legs all the time.
She was laughing her butt off
Oh,
up
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
That's why I'm free balling it.
yeah.
Grandma can't see. It's fine.
And then I had to.
That's what I was gonna say. Your grandpa didn't mind that you had to see your shirt on.
Yeah.
didn't care?
Well, that's what I told my mom. I'm like, wow, Grandpa's like, look at this hoe at my funeral.
I've been dead for 2 days.
Today's his birthday.
Aw.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
happy
Did you call him
birthday.
Grandpa? Pops?
Call him Grandpa.
Grandpa? I was in
Poppy
peace out. Oh, we should pour out a little
So
wine
good.
for him.
for this homie.
I'll do it on my rug.
Wait,
you
no.
will not. Tap.
You've got a sink right here.
Stop.
I poured out wine for Grandpa.
Oh my goodness
No.
gracious.
We drank the wine for Grandpa.
It's on the carpet.
I know.
It's the rug. It's fine. Do you know how much hair dye's on that thing? That was for Gramps.
Go Gramps.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Brad
Gramps.
just has wine all over his hand now.
Yum, 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 yum.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
sticky.
I think that actually my brother and my uncle picked up shovels and ended up finishing the job.
Oh.
So
Finishing the job.
just a little closure on that story. Hey, it's a good old classic Booze and Glues episode. We talk about
Talk
fun
about
stuff. We talk about death.
We do bring it around to death a lot.
It's the circle of life.
It is. It really is. And I'm just
What is
fascinated.
the next line in that song? The Wheel of Fortune?
Circle of life.
It's the Wheel of Fortune. Isn't that the next lyric?
Yeah.
Why are you both looking at me?
The circle.
I said I'm going on a Disney cruise, not that I.
Beyonce's
know,
gonna be
dear.
Nala in the new movie.
No shit.
Yeah. Bae.
Is it like Broadway?
It's not, and when I say movie, it's like a live action production. I think it's gonna be one of the. You know, they've been doing like the live.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be one of those.
So they're gonna use a real lion?
Bae, have you seen her hair? She will eat you.
Are they? This is awful, but are they choosing mostly like black people to play in that movie? It makes sense because like they're in Africa. But like, I'm just wondering.
I have no idea.
If James Earl Jones is not the voice of someone, I'm gonna be pissed.
We're gonna boycott. Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That's young Simba.
James Earl Jones has got to be
Mufasa?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about
Yes.
Samuel L. Jackson?
He could
Get
be the
these
parrot.
motherfucking snakes out of this motherfucking jungle.
I just like. I just
He's the
love that he has
greatest.
freckles.
He's the best. I love when people with darker skin have freckles. It's
It's
so
my
cute.
favorite thing.
So
Tony
cute.
Dungy.
Oh,
Like
he's
I
adorbs.
don't know who that is.
Tony Dungy's the best. He used to be
He-
a coach. The coach.
He announces
He
football
used
stuff
to be
now.
the head coach of the Colts. I could not say that.
Yeah, because I watch that team.
I don't watch that team, but I love Tony Dungy.
He's an announcer now.
Yeah, he's a
all over the
commentator.
place.
I don't have TV.
Oh my god.
Like,
Let's
you
see
don't
that-
watch football?
Do you have
I don't.
Netflix?
I do have Netflix.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, have you watched Riverdale? I'm
No.
like totally jumping on this wagon.
No. What is it?
It's about these high school kids, and this kid died, and they're trying to figure out who
Are there,
killed
like-
the kid.
27-year-olds playing them?
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't want to skew my perception.
Actually, I don't know if they're quite 27. They're probably like early 20s.
hmm
One of them is Cole Sprouse from Zack and Cody.
The Sweet Life
Yeah.
of Zack and Cody?
One of them is one of them. And
Of
I'm like in love with him.
Sweet Life and Zack and Cody fame?
Oh, God, and on that note, we're leaving, aren't we?
Well, you
should-
might be.
We should probably wrap it up.
Okay, so recommendations, Riverdale.
Riverdale. So good. I'm
I'm
so
gonna
into it. I'm
throw
gonna watch
out-
probably 2 episodes tonight.
Ooh, I'm going to throw out a Netflix recommendation too.
Do it.
It's called Dark. It's like the German Stranger Things. It's amazing. I love it.
I don't like Stranger Things.
I'm only a couple episodes in. Well, I know you got
Mm-hmm.
you had an early bad
I
reaction.
don't even think it was a neighbor's
Situation.
fault. I don't like it.
Okay.
I'm the only one in the world.
It's really good. My suggestion would be watch it in German with English subtitles because, as usual, the people they got to do the like dub over, it's this like super gruff looking dude talking, and then it's like some guy's like, "Oh, I really don't want to go do that right now." Like, you're like, what is happening? Or like there was this older lady and it was like this Valley Girl voice like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we have those. I'm like, these do not match these people whatsoever.
Crazy.
They don't even match like the faces they're making. Like, I'm angry and the guy's just talking in monotone. Like, it sucks so bad. So definitely
I just hate that
subtitles.
their voices are off.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, you don't have Netflix?
I do have
Does.
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
He has joined this century. You have any Netflix recommendations?
Well, I mean, there's so many.
We just need one.
Okay.
We know that Netflix has a lot of shit, Brad. Just tell us one to watch.
I liked Castlevania.
Castlevania.
I haven't even heard of it.
It's
Me
also
either.
a video game. The only
I want to suck your blood.
kind of. It's got a vampire and
Really?
things like that. It is animated. I'm a child. Whatever.
And this is
Part of me wants to be like cool like Brad and hold my microphone.
oh,
and-
okay.
And altered. The new
You're
one.
gonna start singing.
I know the new one that I've actually been listening. Is Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
Yeah, it's
Also animated.
no. This is real life stuff.
Do you like
Brad's amazing.
animated shows?
He's a man child.
Some of them, if
I
they're
like
good.
that Brad like is hella gangster with his like.
He holds his mic like he's got a gap.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yo.
Oh shit.
Okay, on that note, we are going to call it. So find us on the social medias.
All of them.
Like us. Write some reviews for
We're
us.
not
people.
We're not on Reddit. Is that still a thing?
I'm on
Oh,
Reddit. Find me on Reddit. Punk Rock Audrey Hepburn. That's me. Thank you.
Oh dear God.
Is Reddit still a thing? Oh my gosh.
I've never
And
ever signed up for Reddit. I don't even understand. I don't know what it is.
it's a feed.
That's next episode. We're gonna talk about Reddit.
I'll give you Reddit 101.
What's that other social network site that
LinkedIn.
no. No, we're not looking for jobs here, okay? The one that
Tumblr.
Tumblr.
I'm psychic.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know how you got there.
Because we're like
Yeah, we're
we're just
soups.
yeah. What
Wait.
happened to that?
It's still around. We could tumble stuff. It's just
Yeah, and
it's
chat
Twitter
roulette.
with pictures.
Chat roulette. I
Oh,
did
shit.
that for a minute.
Oh really?
Sketchy.
Nothing
So
but
sketchy.
dicks. Like
Yeah.
9 out of 10 dicks.
I don't. Yeah, I must have saw it. Must have saw it.
Must have saw it.
I must have sawn a dick or two.
You know, I was
Oh,
like young and I
wait,
would
that
do it
sounds
anything that would
bad.
kick my mama.
Sawn.
Ooh.
Must have sawn a dick.
Why do we do that? We should just like have.
Start sawing dicks.
No. No.
Can we make
Chat-
pictures like Photoshop some dick pics? So if like somebody sends you a dick pic, then you send them back a picture of a dick being sawn.
Yes.
I bet that shuts that shit down real fast.
This is what I like to do with dicks. Sawn.
Saw.
I like to sound dicks.
Oh God.
This one glass of wine got me feeling so kinds of happy.
So kinds
Okay.
of happy. We got the big bottle out again tonight. So, good times. 3 Thieves, Costco. It's all about it. Hey, you know what'd be great? If you could find us on Apple Podcasts and write us a review. We need some reviews. I think
Yes,
somebody wrote one and it just says beer.
Was it Blake?
It might have been.
No, he told me he wrote a lot.
There's one that just says beer.
I did say, like, did you ever post anything? And he was like, oh, shit, I forgot. I'm going to do it right now. And then
Oh, he wrote a lot. No, I don't know if it was him.
we should look.
We'll have to look.
Okay.
Yeah. Find us. Chat with us. Interact with us. We'll interact with you.
Love us.
Love us. Booze and I do's. Peace out.
Yeah, Booze and I Do's. I still have to make a logo. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
Brad.
Yeah.
Drink
Drink
up.
up.
I got craft to do.
You,
Question
only
mark.
you. You're not inviting everyone else in the
All
world
right,
to do
we
this?
all got some crafts to do. All right, let's be honest.
That's not how it goes.
No.
You fucked it up.
You fail.
Goodbye.
Bye.